So we're going to have Skye Nicolson start us off as she gets ready to go for her third pro fight. And Molly, I know you have some connections to some of the fighters we're going to be seeing working out in the ring this afternoon, and it starts with Skye making history herself this weekend. First Australian woman to fight at Madison Square Garden.
It does, yeah. Me and Skye both come from the same amateur boxing coach in Kevin Smith. He was a coach from Liverpool, taught me everything I knew, and then he moved on to be the Australian national coach. And Skye went to Commonwealth Games. She won lots and lots of medals everywhere she goes, and she's turned over and she's doing a brilliant job. Eddie's matching her well, and with every fight I feel as if she's getting a little bit more of a better test and a harder fight. And you can see her today, she's looking in great shape, and she's going to come and get her third win, I believe, on Saturday night.
Yeah, 6 rounds going up against Shaniqua Paisley Davis. Skye Nicholson's been a pro for 57 days now. She has been busy. You mentioned 57 days, less than 2 months. She's getting her third fight in here in New York, her second one in the U.S. She, like you mentioned, trained by Eddie Lamb out of the iBox gym in London. Had a nice showing in San Diego, making her pro debut against Jessica Juarez. Then came back in her last fight against Beck Connolly. Looked sharp there, won a unanimous decision. And there's a lot as you progress.
Of course, I was speaking to her before, and I was speaking to her parents, and they said, I think when she was 12 or 14, she was in Dublin, and Katie was in a meeting or in somewhere anyway. She came out of whatever the engagement was she was doing just to come and say hello, and she got to meet her idol. And now a few years later on, 12 years later, she's now going to be sharing the undercard with her hero, who's obviously top of the bill. So you can't ask for better for that.
Yeah, you asked Skye Nicolson, which female fighters do you look up to? Do you emulate? Katie Taylor is the first name right on her list. Of course, decorated amateur background for Skye Nicolson, Australian Olympic quarterfinalist in those 2020 games in Tokyo. But what stands out to you when you watch Skye in the ring?
When I see Skye, there's not a lot of top southpaw females in the game at the minute, and I think she's going to be one of the first waves to really come through. But she's really adopting that style well, and a nice low lead hand, and she's got really good counter right hooks, and she likes to set up a big bolo left, like she's just coming through there. I could see the setup coming, and it's nice to see the progression every fight. And I think this one she might get a stoppage. I'm not going to put the pressure on her, but I think that she's going to get that one this time. But she's learning to hold the feet a little bit more, land with a little bit more intention with every shot, and she's out here looking good and taking it all in a stride. And I think some people might crumble under that kind of pressure, but you look at her, she's focused and she's ready to go, Justin.
Have you ever sparred with her?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But it's actually been something we've spoke about because we fight at the same weight. So she's a little bit longer than me, but I'll be able to work on the inside, so it'll be good.
That quick
doing boss scale, well done.
This guy has that quick in and out style, southpaw, trying to quickly build up her pro resume here. She said she wanted to fight 6 or 7 times over the course of the first calendar year as a pro. Just as a fighter entering the pro ranks, how important is it to be extremely busy out of the gate?
I think so. She's going to be learning different lessons in every round when she's fighting these different opponents. And if you're going off a blueprint, you look at the queen herself, Katie Taylor. She was on Eddie here, and I want to fight, I want to fight, I want to fight. And you only learn when you're competing. So I think that's right. It's blown my mind to know she's only had 57 days as a professional athlete. But she's doing it in style, and yeah, to get 7 out in your first calendar year, that's something special, isn't it?
She already has 2 fights in the books. She's going to have 3 in a span of less than 60 days after Saturday when she goes up against Shaniqua Paisley Davis, fighting out of Texas. You see her working the pads with Eddie Lamb. We'll listen in here with Eddie and Skye.
Nice face. Try not coach on the mic when she's going.
Welcome, Team Everlast, to the Team Everlast Fitness app. Download the Everlast Fitness app and find your greatness within.